Hi everybody, welcome to JohnHQLDPlays. I'm John, my friends are about to play. Come and join us in Pandemic Legacy. Now one of the things with this site, normally we will have Let's Play videos where we'll talk about things, we'll run through, and you get to see a run through of a game, you get to see our reactions, and that is hopefully going to help you evaluate whether or not you'd like to get the game yourself. This video series is different. If you want to play Pandemic Legacy, please do not watch these videos. They are full of spoilers. Nothing is going to be edited out, or you're not going to be hiding anything. This is going to be for people that have already played it and just want to have a giggle at other people having a go, or for people that aren't going to get the chance to play it themselves and run through. If you are one of the people that are deciding whether or not to get the game, there will be a spoiler-free review coming up in the next few days. Please watch that video, not this series. For everybody else, please enjoy, as my friends experience for the first time, Pandemic Legacy. Okay guys, so February mission briefing. We have to get ahead of this new coronavirus, as it's unlike anything we've seen in nature. We've managed to get authorization to start quarantining the hotspots. Treat the virus as we know about and keep CODA under control until more work can be done on it. CODA has mutated again, and it can now no longer be treated using any known techniques.
Right.
You can't treat it at all anymore.
So how do we keep it under control?
We wait for the...
You have the new ability, quarantine. So pick the action card with your character on it, and somebody can open box number 1. You also have a new possible character, Quarantine Specialist.
Hello. Very nice. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Do we have scientists as well?
To choose from, yeah, if you want to. Because now you can set up, now it's part of setup, now you can choose who you want to take and what you want to do and all that kind of stuff.
So...
Alright, cool. And
so
what's
how does this work? You travel to the...
Go to the spot.
Action.
Yep.
Okay.
Drop quarantine, and then instead of putting down a token on it, the quarantine just gets taken off.
Oh, so it's only a one-shot effect. Okay. What? But the quarantine specialist still acts as normal, even for yellow?
So, once per turn you may place a quarantine, use a quarantine action, place a quarantine marker anywhere on the board. Ooh. Quarantine markers are never removed from the city you are in. That's her powers. So yeah, they are not
interesting. So it's not the original at all now. It's just quarantine markers.
So it doesn't still have the
area of effect of...
Okay.
In the base game, I'm in Baghdad, you can't, nothing will occur in Baghdad or any of the connecting cities.
No, nothing like that.
So,
just that city, that's how it runs through.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we need that one. Yeah?
Yeah, hence, don't jump on character selection yet because you have two more choices.
So once per turn she can quarantine a city. And
any
does that
city
mean
on the board.
take it away, or
No.
It's put a token on it.
and then nothing can go on there?
No.
Well, if we draw it in the epidemic thing, instead of placing things, we just take the quarantine off.
Okay, cool. And
So because you can't treat the yellows, that's a really good technique.
and quarantine markers are never removed from the city that
The quarantine specialist is going to be.
Yeah. Does this go back on this again?
No, that's just for the first one.
Sure.
So, did you pick your 2 funding cards? I don't think that happened
We
yet.
don't have the other
Yep.
4. Do you know? Oh gosh. There we go.
So you only have 2 to start with. Oh, one thing I didn't show you guys is the rule book, because it's mine, you can't ever see that. So what I did before is I ran away. So things like the quarantine, now that it's come out, and relationships are actually stickers I take off here. So even if you grab the rule book and try to run through to see what's coming up, till you've actually hit it, there's nothing to see.
Yeah.
Which is really handy. It's the first thing we all did was run to the rule book and see what was coming up.
I feel a bit that none of us thought of that.
I did hoard the book.
We just trusted.
Can we?
That'll burn you.
So we can't treat yellow, so therefore remote treatment doesn't work on yellow?
Oh, hell, if you want, that's a tofu one you can keep as well.
Oh, thank you.
Alright. Sorry, say that again?
We can't treat yellow, therefore remote treatment doesn't work on yellow?
Remove 2 disease cubes.
Oh.
So we pick 2 this go?
Yep.
We could say take airlift and not use the dispatcher. If we're going to use the scientist researcher combination.
Oh, but
But we
dispatchers
still
in quarantine.
And then quarantine and medic would be the other.
So then we wouldn't have the
So we
generalist.
wouldn't have the generalist or the dispatcher.
I don't think I think dispatch is more important than generalist.
But so we do want the researcher scientist combination,
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
and
Definitely.
I also definitely want medic, and we definitely want quarantine specialist.
That's a lot of science. What do you reckon, Joel? I think the dispatcher is pretty key.
Important, but given that we can't treat yellow,
Well, we don't have as much movement to do. It's kind of like, we're not worried about yellow as much, kind of. All we got to do is treat 3, find the cures for 3, and then we're done. So it does sort of.
But we do have to control.
We've got to control it, yeah. I think resilient population is
If I
powerful.
get you guys to take the cards off again, because something else that could help you is just outright the initial setup.
Yeah. Resilient population could be good. So if Algiers or somewhere goes, then like we could protect it if needed.
Did we end up using that last time?
Yeah. No, we didn't use resilient. We used forecast
We got
and we
yeah,
used
and one quiet night.
yellow.
Yeah, that's right, because you pulled it out at just the right time.
So for example, pulling resilient population in Lagos
Yeah,
or Khartoum.
Yeah, don't forget
but you have to have
power up that you've got. Once this is done, you have the ability to take 1 cube off the board anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, could I see that? Let's see. The blue power. So we probably don't need the government grant. We've already got 2 research stations out there.
Yeah, no.
One quiet night could always come in handy for the population. Remote treatment. Borrowed time. This current player takes 2 extra actions this turn. Highly situational.
I think forecast is always good.
Yeah.
So we're looking at remote treatment and forecast.
Yeah. I'm good with that. I think those 2 are the most helpful when you can get them. Oh, one quiet night, resilient population rules, whatever, we only get 2. Wait, do we still get no. No, no.
That was the most efficient question I've been asked all day.
It's alright. I ask questions for a living. Sometimes I'm quite good at it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably vote for resilient population. I think that's really powerful in keeping these the panic level at a reasonable level in key cities. So that's my vote for 1.
We have resilient population.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forecast. We get 2 or one quiet night or remote treatment. Because we can move to yellow, that's the only way we're going to get rid of yellow off the board.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's only 2. And we don't really have a quarantine or.
That's it.
But that's our silver lining to that one, that it cannot be treated.
If you put a quarantine marker down on it,
Right.
It'll stop it from getting worse, but you need to keep quarantining it if it comes up.
Yeah, and that's what you need the quarantine specialist for.
Well, the quarantine specialist is a little bit easier because say she started at Atlanta, her first move can be do one of them because one's platoon can be anywhere on the board.
Whereas
Is that
everyone
a move
else
as
would
well?
need to be there.
So that's one of 4 moves.
It's one of her actions.
Yeah. Whereas everybody else can place it, but it's got
They
to be
need to
where
be
you
there.
are.
Yeah,
There
we'd
is no wrong
We'd also
move.
like to point out too, just with the quarantines, there is a limited number of quarantines.
That's true. Can you remove quarantine?
Not until like something's come in and take it. So you
But then
can,
that's
you can,
reusable.
if you go to take one off and there's none there, you can move it from another city, but that can be dangerous because you've usually put it on a city for a reason.
Are there gates that you can?
Gates.
Like, I'm just
Choke points.
Yeah. Thank you. I was like, you know what I meant. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, I think. What? We want?
Yeah.
I can't decide between these two.
Yeah. Are we? I'm not super sure that that one was super helpful.
Sure.
Because we're gonna have to choose two anyway.
I think it was, but
I mean, I'm sure it would be helpful if we use it, but they're all going to be helpful if we
Yeah.
use it, and we can only use them once.
Yeah.
Forecast we seem to use and was helpful every time.
remote treatment will be very valuable.
But it's only
Remove,
two.
yeah. But you know, if we get it and then we remove 2, like that's still about to round break.
Yeah.
And that's what 1, 2. That's 4 moves. Oh, except it's not. It's
It's
a can't
impossible.
move them. It's impossible. But that also stops the place without breaking.
Yeah.
And possibly more.
So there's just enough quarantine markers to cover the yellows. So there's 12 of each.
Sure.
Is there 12 of each colour?
Yes. I'm happy with either of those.
Now, what do you want?
I'm happy with either.
That's what
Probably forecast.
I think forecast is more
Alright,
helpful
let's go
because it
forecast.
helps more people, more places. So. But at the same time, yellow, like they're all good cards to have, and we're gonna get through.
So, take the cube off the board.
Take a cube off the board. Shall we go with one of Catul?
I think one of the red ones because they're probably going to give you the most trouble.
I think Khartoum is... Well, Khartoum's closer to Baghdad, so it's easier for...
Lagos is probably your furthest away.
Yeah. Yeah, go Lagos.
Rolls.
So you want to go scientist?
Yeah, do you want to do the relationship?
I think it's a good relationship,
Yeah.
and the relationship only comes with the scientist. Is that the point?
No, so scientist and...
No, it's with a new character to an existing character. So because the
So it
character
could
has
be
no
either
names
of
yet,
these
it's
two.
gonna be- yes.
But you only get to choose
But you
one.
can't do the relationship between
Those
the
two.
quarantine because they're both new characters.
Okay. So, and you can only choose one new and one old to have the relationship with. Okay.
Alright.
Only needs 4 cards, can give from anywhere to anywhere.
Yeah, it's a bit of a killer
Yeah.
combo.
Yeah.
And are we going dispatcher or are we
Uh,
keeping the medic?
I'm going to figure that out.
Medics probably fine.
I like the idea of
Yeah, with the
using the medic to
funding.
try and get an eradication if you can.
Especially with
start
this
to-
with the
connection.
funding, the more of those funding cards you
Oh yeah,
have,
that's awesome.
the more there are in these piles between. So as you're winning, it's not just you don't get the power. There are literally less cards between the academic cards.
Do you want to go to the medic? Matt, or?
I might go quarantine. Quarantine I think is going to be really important.
Sure. Alright, so I'll go medic. Jack Burns at your service.
What are we keeping?
Name the scientist person.
Update the stuff on the back.
Oh, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, so I think so.
I just read January.
Yeah, so January, now we're in February.
Yeah. I didn't.
Play is play in my name. I know that seems obvious, but I'm just checking.
No. Yep, player name, character name.
Win, yes.
So who is our new character?
Two.
Casey Gray.
Casey Green,
What was
biomedical
it?
scientist.
I can go a pen.
So we're gonna introduce again in that role.
Yeah.
But there's
Oh, we've been recording for 11 minutes.
Okay. Cool.
So who's our new scientist?
Casey Green is biomedical scientist, and is better than everyone else at solving diseases, finding cures.
Cool.
And you've got a
As long as they're not yellow.
As long as they're not yellow, and is co-worker with Olivia, who's a researcher, who's also a scientist.
That's right.
Which lets you...
So this lets us share knowledge without having to be in the same city. And given that Olivia is a researcher, then she can give me any of her cards. Whereas if I'm giving her a card, then one of us needs to be in the city
that
of
city.
the
Could I suggest you guys switch seats so then the researcher goes before the scientist?
Are we allowed to do that?
Yep. Game hasn't started yet. You just can't do that after the game is played.
That's a good idea.
See where you're coming from here.
Yep. Yeah, I was going to suggest switching cards.
Just for the
Take the coaster with you after.
I've now taken over Jack Burns, which Kristen played last game, so
Yep.
I'm the medic. I also have a new ability, local connections. Once per turn, I can treat diseases in a city connected to my city.
Cool.
Oh,
This is
This is Bob.
This is Sonia Q, the quarantine specialist.
yeah.
She, once per turn, she can use a quarantine action to place a quarantine marker anywhere on the board, and they are never removed from the city I am in.
No.
So
Awesome.
I can hang out and stop outbreaks. No disabilities.
It's quite possible
Give
you
it
might
for one
spend the
face
entire
mask.
game in yellow. Here's a hazmat suit.
Time to get scarred.
What's everyone's starting cards? Because I've got them all out.
I've got Manila and Mumbai.
Oh, you're going first.
London and Buenos Aires.
Cool.
I've got Moscow and Ryan.
So the other advantage you guys have is you now get to pick your starting location.
So I've got a 20 million, so does that mean I'm going first?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Quietly. So, Joel, I reckon you should start in,
I
I
want to
think
go.
you should
I
start
want to
Baghdad.
go. What's closer? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Atlanta's closer. Though I can jump to Manila, so
It doesn't matter.
doesn't really matter.
Although we can still cure red.
Yeah.
And there's no other red cards.
Alright, so I'll write one burn that. I'll start in Atlanta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't quite get to Beijing.
I don't really need to be in yellow. Because I can just put them anywhere on the board.
Once per turn.
Once per turn.
Yeah, but
But then you can use an action where you are as well.
oh, really?
Yeah, so we all have
Okay.
that action to put one where we are.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
yellow is
you
good.
going and travelling
Yeah.
is good, but to get to the other side of the board, or even
Yeah.
if there's like these guys get caught out, boom, drop it down.
oh, yes, so should we go here so we can drop one and cut to him so it doesn't outbreak?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because at the moment that's going last.
That's the point.
Do you want to sort out your trading? How you're going to...
Well, we can still
Yeah,
cure up blue.
yellows are discards or jump cards basically now.
So you basically want to be feeding your blue cards.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, just before you get into this game too,
Oh, you can be feeding the card.
Yeah.
To a lesser extent.
Yeah.
so the positive mutations for eradicating a disease, going levels 1, 2, 3, 4. So common structure, no longer need a research station to find the cure, is always the first one you put down. So if you're going through and you've got your thing up to get your cures found really quick. This is where this starts coming into it, because your ability to eradicate should be simpler now as well.
Yeah. Are we concerned about Beijing? It's already got a 1.
I'm a bit confused.
It is quite remote. It only affects Shanghai and Seoul.
But still, we might want to move someone around that way.
Yeah.
I'll head down from Baghdad into here, and
Okay.
but I'm a few turns away yet.
So you're white, aren't
Yeah.
So I'm next, so I can
you? You can do the cartoon straight away.
do cartoon.
Yeah.
So I'm putting a quarantine, so I move 1, 2, quarantine marker, and then I've got
And
one
then you
more.
can get out. Yeah.
Yeah. Did I need to try? Do we need to be in the same place?
No, that's the co-workers in last
Yeah.
one.
Okay. We've all got a
See, I'm
general idea of what we're doing.
Okay, so as a researcher, you can give Kristen any card you like, wherever you and she is. But for her to give you a card,
We have to be in the same
one
city.
of you has to be in the same city.
So I can give her a card
Anything
whenever
you
I
want,
want.
and that's all
But
you need
if
to
I
worry
wanted to
about.
give you London, then either you or I would
Have to be in London. Okay, cool. Because I was a bit confused because I knew that somebody had to be in the same city somewhere at some point.
Oh, and you've got blacks, so you're going to
I've got
collect
2 blacks.
Yeah.
But
So-
you never know. People might.
So is it better for me to get out of Khartoum? Or is it better for me to use that final one to leave it to her? Because she
You
can't
don't need
take
to.
it.
You don't need to fly to her to do anything. You can
Yeah,
just
you
hand
just
her
give
the
it to
card.
her.
That's the
Yeah.
whole point.
But is that an action?
Yes, it's still an action.
Yeah.
but you don't have to
But
be.
if you
together.
put a quarantine marker down, then you're safe.
Yeah, so I can just use that to give her the card anyway. It would be better than getting out.
Alright, so turn 1.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Not clear that. I'll get Beijing next turn. Jack Burns doing the thing that he does.
Perception.
Karachi. And Kolkata. Wondering if Hong Kong would have been the best point. Given the way it laid out.
Yeah.
Would have been nice if we'd held on to that. Don't worry.
Okay. So like 1. It doesn't matter.
Oh, no.
No?
You want to go there first?
1, 1, 2.
Yeah.
Thank you. 3. 4. Thank you. What? Sorry guys.
Honestly.
I'll go to the blue card later. It'll be
Yeah.
nice. Let's look on the bright
Ready in
side.
Moscow. So we have Beijing and Moscow that we're worried about. Unfortunately,
You
Khartoum
were so
taken
close.
care of.
Very nice.
Good job.
It's so encouraging, John.
I might go up to Moscow on my turn and then put one on Beijing quarantine, so I can do 2 quarantines in a.
Yeah, yeah. Go and give yours. 2, please.
Kolkata.
Not bad.
Not terrible.
Cool.
So that one's a remote one as well.
Should
Maybe
I
leave
do it?
Beijing because after your turn.
Yeah.
Oh no, no, no. If it hasn't come out yet, do it because Lima's already up. Yeah.
Should I do like? You could even do like 1, 2, 3. I can
You
do
can
later.
do Lima. Yeah.
How can you do that? Oh yeah.
Is there anything else you need to do? Just collect cards, really.
Yeah.
All right.
All good.
Very nice.
Excellent. So you're 1 card away from which you're going to get next turn.
Great.
And we've currently got no blue. Like,
Yeah.
Which means we will
Which
be
would
able
be
to
automatically
eradicate.
eradicated.
Yeah.
Karachi. And. Jakarta. I saw ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 1
Okay, so I can go to
You
Beijing.
can move
There's
two,
one there.
put one
Yeah.
on Moscow and put one on Beijing.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Can you put two?
Yeah, she gets to put.
So my first action, I'll put one on Beijing.
Sorry.
She's a quarantine specialist.
No, it's different rules from the.
Once per turn, you may use a quarantine action to put it remotely.
Yeah.
And then I can also do the normal, I can just quarantine it if I go
It doesn't
there.
say that though.
But we have this.
Yeah, that's why you got the second action card. Everybody can put a quarantine down
Yeah.
in the city they are in.
So even the quarantine specialist.
So then
can
I'll
do that.
go 1, 2, so 3.
Yeah.
But it doesn't
2, 3.
use the quarantine action to place it anyway.
Yep, so that's what I did in
You
Beijing.
can do that as a quarantine specialist.
Oh,
So you can.
But you can quarantine
yeah.
two cities in a turn.
Yes.
yep.
Yeah.
I can quarantine 3.
Pardon?
If the
Theoretically.
movement's right, yes, you can do up to 3 cities.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So you can quarantine the city you're in,
That's
move, quarantine the second city, and then quarantine.
Or am I better
remotely.
taking that one off?
Do we have to
Moscow.
be keeping track of the quarantines? Is that why we've got these weird spaces on this
No, I
card?
think we're going to get
Am I
additional
better?
actions if we can just
Am
do
I
this.
better just taking one off and making it 2?
Pardon?
No, quarantines are good. Get the
But there's
quarantines.
only
Oh, we
12
also-
so
Ah,
nothing
yeah,
else.
true.
Mm.
Well, you can place them down as much as you like willy-nilly. I'm
Yeah.
start taking them off when you need to place them. So
Mm.
when
Yeah.
you need to place
So you can take one off as your first action of your next turn as you leave.
Oh.
No.
No,
So
no, if we run
you
out.
need to-
No, as in, sorry, I meant take off a cube.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But if you need to place the 13th marker, quarantine marker, then you pick which city to take it off
Oh,
and
okay.
put it back on that one.
Yeah. So definitely get them out there. Yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
You ready for the flips?
Yep, ready for flips.
Event forecast. Very helpful.
Black,
And
black.
San Francisco. And Tokyo.
Yep.
Taipei. So I can do. What's good
You're
for
not
me? I can do
adjacent to
that.
anything.
Oh,
No,
we can move there.
I'm gonna move to 1, 2. Should I do Taipei, clear it, and I can move to Kokko. Is Bangkok already out?
John, what are you doing at lunch with us?
Because I was doing transferring stuff off the boat right now.
Aww.
Alright. That's 1, 2,
I feel like we're leaving you out.
3.
I'm quite comfortable.
Cool. Istanbul.
Or Blackie.
And reserve population. So we've got
Great.
our 2 funded events.
Okay.
And bomb, Lagos.
Oh, I know what my next week is.
And Beijing. So now we can take that off or we can put a cube on. Or do we get the choice? If we pull a card that has a resilient thing on it,
Quarantine.
No, you have to have taken it out before it comes out.
Okay, no, so does that mean
No, it's not resilient population. We just
Sorry.
pulled a card that has a quarantine on it.
Well,
I mean,
you just take the quarantine marker
straight
off.
off, yeah. Cool.
And it doesn't matter how many cubes, it's just that if cubes were going on in that turn.
Yeah.
Yep, that's cool. That's my turn, guys.
Okay, so
Good
going
use
on
of quarantines.
going
Yeah.
over Lagos. Can I have quarantine marker, please?
Lovely.
Do we want a resilient population, one of the yellows?
Does it help?
I think we resilient population when an epidemic hits.
Okay.
Because it comes out of this pile.
And they've got quarantines on it at the moment.
Yep.
In that card. That's 1,
Thank
2,
you.
1.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3. You could move further into yellow and just start chucking quarantines around for
Well, there's
next turn.
quarantines here and here.
Yeah.
2.
Can you fly anywhere useful?
I can fly to Joburg.
Oh, you can move to Joburg and fly anywhere.
That's true.
So I move to Kinshasa
And then move to Joburg.
next turn.
Alright, cool card.
Good turn. Don't draw a blue when you do that one.
Thanks. Is it this one first?
Yes.
I Now you make me freak out.
That's good.
Khartoum.
Is that one?
It's alright.
That's good. That's very good.
Bangkok.
Excellent. That's
And I can even move up there for the next one, pay the market and then get the show back.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Yay!
Cured and
Eradicated.
eradicated.
Woohoo! Good team.
Do we
The
get?
ball goes upside down.
Do we
Flip
get?
the ball around.
What?
Flip the ball
Yep.
upside down. Eradicated.
Oh yeah.
Do we get any special powers for eradicating?
Or is it
We-
just at the end?
Whenever blue comes up, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
we wait till the end of the
It's
turn.
very nice.
And you get to name it.
Look, when we play blue, was always the zombie disease.
I like to think it's depression, but whatever.
We have depression, guys.
Is that an official name?
It's Kristen's trust.
I'm asking the question.
I do like the zombie disease.
I really want to be able to eradicate depression. That would be amazing.
It's going to come back in the next game.
That would be sad. I think that would be
When you
demoralizing.
take the power-ups, it gets easier and easier to cure depression.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's a nice metaphor.
And happy people don't murder people.
Alright, yep. Blues depression.
So there's a pen in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
You get to
Virus
name
name, depression.
Right.
Great work, guys.
it. Very nice.
Now do the rest of your turn, please, Kristen. Follow up with an epidemic.
Don't say such things.
I'm trying to
Oh,
reverse
okay,
jinx
so-
us.
Okay, cool. Blues. That's not a blue!
So we get rid of. Oh, you're the.
I'm quarantined.
So
Nice.
beautiful.
Nothing happens.
Bye.
That's not too bad.
No, just two.
Just two. Yeah.
Shuffle it.
Infection death.
So, you Hank, I need to get to you to give you these because you're the scientist.
Yeah. So that needs to happen in
Or
Slack.
Joel can.
So I've got Mumbai and Istanbul.
Yeah, basically we just need to hang out in black unless...
So Mumbai here, Istanbul here.
And
What have
I've
you got?
got Moscow and
So you're in Moscow
Riyadh.
already?
So I can fly out of.
Look, I can fly to the research station
Yeah.
and then...
Yeah, that's a good
go
idea.
there and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I might.
So what's your?
I might go down to Khartoum and do a quarantine, and then I'll also do one on
Do
Bangkok.
you want to take a
Oh, no.
cube off
One,
Moscow?
two,
No, I'm going to
three.
Khartoum.
So
Okay.
Do you want to do that now?
If we get an epidemic,
that's true.
then it will go.
But I
But we
can.
can also drop one. You could remotely do.
I can
Bangkok
remotely do
or-
one, but
I know we've already got Lima.
I can't actually I can't do both because I'd need 5 turns.
Yeah. So what's your other one? Moscow and Riyadh.
Yep.
Okay. So Riyadh's more adjacent, so that's even better. You could use your Moscow one to fly anywhere if you wanted to. But so if you link up with Kristen in Riyadh and I link up with Kristen in Istanbul.
Well, she only needs 2 more
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah, exactly. That's it,
And-
and that's it.
Okay.
So if you use your remote one to drop on Khartoum because you don't want to run out of yellows.
Yep. So there's one. And I don't have I can't really fly. Unless I use my Moscow to
Yeah.
fly to Bangkok.
Well, I'll take care of Bangkok. In the area.
Yeah. You just have to trust it doesn't come in.
Bangkok is less of an issue than.
Bangkok's
Yellow
here,
though.
so it's if we get an epidemic, and if we do,
So where are we meeting?
low probability.
I'm in one of your cards, Moscow or Riyadh.
So Riyadh's the
Riyadh
one
would be
next to
better.
the.
So you can use your Moscow
Yeah.
one to fly anywhere.
Then should I fly and meet you now? Oh no,
Yeah.
because then I can't give it to you.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
So I might as well just one. So I've used 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4 to re-add. Or I could stay here and just clear up 3 in Moscow.
You could clear 2 in Moscow and then jump to Rio.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Done.
So Moscow's out. Okay.
Right. Bottom of the deck is Montreal.
Which is
Haha.
lovely.
Hi.
Okay, so how concerned are we about Bangkok?
No, we.
Cool.
Joel.
I think if we're
You
going
can
to
shop the right card.
do you want a resilient population on the yellows?
I don't know what does resilient
It
population.
means we take the card out of this deck and
Oh,
it's,
wait,
it's
and
out of
never
the deck
gets
for the rest of
pulled
this
again.
But
deck.
then they're all quarantined. Yellows isn't a problem at the
But
moment.
no,
But that takes it out for the rest of the game.
We won't need to keep re-quarantining.
Yeah.
That is a nice thing.
But it's
And
not
I-
all yellows. It's just one of the cities.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
but that's
also-
a good one because that.
We also have our event forecast, which is powerful now, while it's a 3-turn look ahead, not a 2-turn look ahead.
Yeah, but we're also not at a crisis point.
Yeah, so,
Just in case Bangkok comes out.
It's not a crisis. It's only one.
Yeah.
This isn't a crisis point.
Yeah.
we eradicated blood.
I know. The advantage of that is I get to sit over there and watch on my little phone.
Oh yeah.
Which is why I knew you hadn't.
We did it by a really, really clever mechanism of never drawing a blue card.
Yeah.
So,
Until after we eradicated.
Yeah.
Okay, Joel.
so we're not going to use anything. We're going to.
Are we just
Take
gonna
a
play the
chance
chance?
Take a chance.
What do you guys think?
We can save them for a more critical position. Lagos.
Which is quarantine.
Removes the quarantine. Mumbai is now 3.
That's alright. I'm in the area.
Okay.
1, 2. I'm going to remotely do Bangkok.
Good idea. Very nicely done.
And then I can remove them from Kolkata or I can keep moving. I think I'm going to remove them from Kolkata.
Yeah. Yeah. Because then you can keep going. And we're close to getting back, are we?
Oh, we are. And Mumbai's already up. So. St. Petersburg, Khartoum, and I'm on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to ditch my blues, I think. I want to keep Milan. Get rid of Chicago. Dun, 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 dun. Moscow. Who's that? Kolkata. Right.
It's a good thing you got rid of the other 2. Okay.
Wow.
So. Good idea to quarantine them again.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just going to spend the rest of the. So I can hop over to the other side of the board. I can go to Atlanta. Should I just stay around
hold on to
here?
your Lima card, because then if we ever need to redo it, you can
Yeah.
jump there and do it.
Immediately. Should I just?
Or you can also give that to somebody if.
That's true.
Yeah.
You don't need any of my cards right now because we're eradicating blue. Can I get anywhere useful from here? So that's P1,
That's 2
2.
turns.
I mean, I can
You
go
can
back
get
to
your Joburg and
Joburg,
then you're ready to do that
whatever
stuff
I
again.
need. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
You're welcome, guys.
Yeah, you're our African correspondent.
That's right.
Blue cards.
I hate this bit. Okay.
Why do you hate this?
I don't know. I can't imagine what I would mean. Do we
Yeah.
want to
So
play resilient population and pull out a blue?
pull another card first.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got Delhi, that's good. Now we move this up, so we get 3 cards at a time.
Do we want to play resilient population?
We do it before, after we've looked at this. So we've just got Milan, so we get
Nothing
3.
happens.
Nothing happens, that's good. We have 5 cards here. So 3 of them are going to be going
What
on
are
the
they?
top. We know what, we don't need to do the event forecast. forecast really.
No.
But I think a resilient population on,
On a yellow card.
we've only got Lagos.
I was
Lagos
thinking
is
more that
the
3
quarantine.
that's going to explode.
So
What is it?
I think Mumbai.
But in terms of the legacy for the rest of the game,
Is it for the rest of the game? I thought it was just for this round.
or
It
for
means-
the rest of
This
February,
game.
it
Okay.
means that whenever, like, we don't need to keep re-quarantining Lagos.
That's not a problem.
I don't think it's a big issue for Lagos because it's going to go to 1.
Mm.
Oh, but it's not even going to do that. It's just going to get that off, and then we have to do it again.
Yeah.
And we've just had 2 epidemics in a row, so we've got a bit of time.
Hopefully.
Okay.
I'm keen on Mumbai. 'Cause
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we want to forecast?
No, it's going to be a 1 in 4 that we don't get, so we'll almost certainly get.
So are we allowed to be? We're allowed to be looking at the cards,
Oh,
but
yeah.
then we have to shuffle.
So this, yeah. So these, we take one out and we
So
shuffle.
you want to
and put it
make
on top.
Mumbai resilient?
Yeah. So then it doesn't burst.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that what we? Because that'll be for the rest of the game for Mumbai.
Yeah.
We're okay with that. Okay. Is that helpful?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
It's the worst one at this stage.
'Cause right now, if we don't resilient that one now, we've got a
Because it's one of those
25%
every
chance
decision
of it
count
not
at the time.
popping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put 1 on top, flip the other 3, which is an alarm, great. We would have been fine. No. So Lagos loses its thing, and Moscow gets 1.
Okay. Good.
Alright, Margaret?
Sure.
Yes, it is.
So can
You-
I?
Can she?
Yeah, you can
Are we
take.
in the same?
We don't need to.
Oh. Okay, cool.
And I've got to meet you in Riyadh.
Which
Yeah.
is
But
right
isn't
there.
that as I can pass any card. I'm not sure if you can take any card from you. Yeah, if one
John?
is Moscow. I'm just confused about this because I think it's.
So can I take one of her cards as the co-worker, scientist, researcher?
Why are you in this now?
and one of us are in Delhi.
They use it, is it?
Oh no, they're not in Delhi right now, but
But I'm taking it from the researcher. She's giving it to me, but it's my turn.
No, because that means I'm not.
No, you have to take it from her and one of you has to be in that town.
If you're taking,
Yeah.
I can give at any
You can
time.
give it any
Yeah,
time.
But you can only take if one of us is in
Right.
the seat.
Or,
yeah.
I'll go 1, 2, 3, thank you.
But I can give it to you next time.
Yeah.
So you can just go straight back
Should
to the
I
research center.
just put a quarantine down anywhere that I just passed instead?
No,
I,
they're all fine.
well, yeah, but it does mean that.
We probably need to do something with Mumbai.
So what else we haven't got any reds, have we? Okay.
I've got one.
You've got one red, I have
I've
no
got
red.
one
red.
Yeah.
But we don't have any concerted effort going on.
Oh,
Nice.
right, very nice.
7 cards.
So we
When
can,
you're like you're at the research station, does that mean you can cure or is that
On my next turn.
Kolkata. Jakarta.
And
I can fly to Jakarta.
I
I
can,
can
so I can get to Lagos, and it might be good to keep me
Lagos.
in the yellow area,
yeah.
and I can drop one on Jakarta or Mumbai.
Mumbai shouldn't come out because it's out of
Yeah.
unless
Mumbai won't come out.
yeah, so it should be alright.
Oh yeah, so that should
So
be fine.
Jakarta's just come out,
Mm-hmm.
so we maybe have a little bit of time.
Unless we're going to put the
1, 2, 3.
So you can only do
I can only do one,
Yeah,
right? So
one.
Lagos it is.
Okay.
And I can get
Yeah,
get
that works.
anywhere on the board right now.
Well, why not do it if you do Lagos remotely? Is there anything else you could do?
Alright.
I could
You
go
go
to Mumbai, but that's
2,
about it.
3, and chuck 1 on 4.
Well, Mumbai's fine.
Mumbai won't come out.
Yeah.
You're better off taking one off Karachi than off Mumbai.
Okay.
But I can clear Karachi quite quickly.
Yeah, I might go just into yellow area just in case.
Sure. So
Oh yeah.
1,
Mhm.
2, 3.
Yep.
And then do you want to remotely or?
Well, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But then also I'm protecting labels.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
Because
Unless I went to
Hero that Lagos does.
Lagos has come
Lagos
out
has come out, so
recently.
you could go to
So
the
yeah, I
card
might
tool.
go here, and then that way, if it comes out, it's protected.
is that
So
enough
then you've
turns?
got
So
an
that
extra.
was-
No, so
1, 2.
you've got
Do
an
it
extra
remotely,
turn.
and you've got another 10.
But there's nothing you can
Yeah.
do with it. What cards you got?
I've got Seoul and San Francisco.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, so
Cards. LA.
grab the LA.
Kinshasa.
Oh, good, they're good to get around. Excellent.
And down to Montreal, ignore. Beijing. Lima uses it still.
That's not too bad.
So that's going to be on you to try and get that back on.
I
It's
can.
your turn.
Joel?
So should I go take care of Jakarta?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. I was looking at the possibility of being in a position to eradicate black.
No, I get Jakarta.
JK. Alright.
Do you think so? I mean, thing is, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do that because I can fly anywhere from Johannesburg and then I have a liner card.
Ooh. So you can do both.
I can do both.
We want to, so that's basically we're betting on me not pulling an epidemic.
Yeah, that is the only issue.
Yeah. I like it.
But then what are you going to do with your turn?
I'm going to clear a whole lot of blacks. And then Kristen's going to cure it.
And
And then
then,
we could eradicate.
Yeah, true. That's good. Yeah, take a risk.
does that work? Wait, can we just make sure that I've counted the turns?
we're going to be
properly?
fine with red. Yeah, so you'll fly to Jakarta.
Yep.
Then you'll clear it.
Take-
Put it. Then
we'll
you'll
take-
put a
Quarantine on it?
Yep.
Or I can take
Or
one
you can
here.
take one off.
So it's up to, I can do either of those things. Then I can fly to Lima, that's 3 moves, is that?
Perhaps fly to. Oh no.
And then one more, and that's quarantined.
Use your Jobo card to go to Lima first,
Mm.
and then jump from Lima to Jakarta, so you're in a useful position again.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I can do. I've got the flexibility.
I'm
to
going
do
to
it.
clear 1. Move 2. Clear 3. Or do I leave that one? Yeah, I'll leave that one. Clear 3. Move 4.
Clear and then one.
No, yep. So then clear.
Yeah,
move,
that's one.
move, done.
Okay, me. So
Oh.
no, you've still got these
Good. Lagos.
glorious.
Blue's already gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
We want to keep the red. I want to keep Milan just in case. 2, 4, 6. I can get one more. Doesn't really matter. Keep it back. And Karachi, Tokyo, Taipei. This is a much more relaxed game this time so far.
Yeah.
Last.
Why do you do this every time? Okay, so fly to Lima from Joburg using the
think so.
Joburg card, and then I can fly from Lima to Jakarta
Yeah.
and clear or put something down. Well,
Yeah.
not clear, but
Well, take one off.
take one
Yeah.
off. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. That one or
Ah, it doesn't matter.
quarantine or clear.
It's hard for one.
Yeah, either way, it's fine.
Cool. Good turns. Good cards.
Nice.
Draw lots of blue.
Cartoon.
Okay.
No.
It's
Oh,
done.
she's-
Great
oh,
work.
nice
Great
work.
work, Nat.
And Istanbul.
Ah, that's annoying. Makes that hard to
It's okay.
and one more. Splendid, great.
Nice.
Alright.
I'm really enjoying the blue being eradicated thing.
Yeah.
Wow, it's nice.
Oh, that is cured.
Okay.
So how are we going to do red?
Slowly.
Can you,
Carefully.
so Joel, what's your plan for eradicating black?
Well, I can move through them now.
I can also go
So,
to Delhi if
I
that
can
helps.
take off,
If you get Istanbul,
so that's, I've done 1, 2, 3.
because I was going to do my remote one, and then I've got moves.
Okay. Yep.
And I can go into black as well.
Is it worth me putting a quarantine somewhere? In case we get an epidemic before we can.
Could have dropped one in Baghdad, just to keep
Oh.
it safe. Doesn't really matter.
I might as well.
Yep.
So, guys, I did this first.
Sure. Second.
Second. Yes.
Cured
I
first.
cured first. Then. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yay.
Okay, so that's
Nice.
good.
And Essen, great. Hong Kong. Don't be like
Thank you. It's been really
Sorry, that's sure. Okay, you by standing in the back.
That's fine. So,
Shall I? Is it really that we need to?
I think you're good in yellow.
Yeah.
It's very helpful.
Keeping those things on.
Is it worth just?
Is it worth moving
putting
you over here or?
Also just putting quarantines on cities that haven't come up yet?
Yeah, so I'd say like moving to Kinshasa, putting one there would be a good move.
Yeah.
And then so it'd be like one place, that's 2, then 3 to cover one of them, and then 4 as a remote.
But hasn't this one already come out?
They've both come out.
Yeah. So I'm probably better moving like 1, 2 cover, 3 cover.
That's 5.
Oh.
Do you have any flights?
Yeah, I can go to Kinshasa or Los Angeles.
Kinshasa's right next
You
to
go,
it. You can
so
do
you
that.
go from Kinshasa. You can go down there.
Yep, so I'll go to Kinshasa. 1, 2, put quarantine on it. And then
So now I think going back to one of these, ending in one of these 2 is important, because then it'll keep it on there
Oh, really?
if it gets drawn.
Yeah.
So if you use
So then you
third
use your
action
remote one
to-
to put it somewhere else, and then move back to Lagos.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Not
So
at all.
I'll put my remote one on maybe Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
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 Good idea. Then back to either one of those.
Which one?
God, film's just come out, so I'm gonna go Lagos.
Sure. Washington and Santiago.
I feel like this deck is lulling me into a false sense of I don't like it.
Alright, Buenos Aires gets yellow. Washington gets nothing. And LA gets yellow. Which is awesome, because we're about to eradicate. Here's my remote action. I move. And I move.
Nice.
That's it.
Alright, what do you want to name?
And I've got a 4th turn to think of the name for the disease.
Where are you? You're here?
Yeah, so I might move towards red.
Because you could, if you give me your red.
I'm in Mumbai. I can
Yeah,
jump.
why
I
don't
can
you give
fly
me your
wherever
red
I
and then
want.
I can give her my red and then we can kill red. Does that
So
make
if
sense?
I fly from Mumbai to Manila, then you can come and grab it off me.
You like that idea? Yep. Or you can even just come visit me.
No, we've got to be in the city.
Got to be in, for you to give it to me, of course.
Yeah.
Yep. Is that a good idea?
What do you
Okay.
name it?
Thinking about the Black Plague.
That's nice.
What do we want? Blues probably. 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Black Plague. Anything else?
Plague.
The Plague.
Or plague. X47.
Bubonic.
Why don't you call the black one Scarlet Fever and the red one Black Plague? Please mess with everybody.
Scarlet fever.
Joel kept insisting that red was scarlet fever, but no, it's not all that scary compared to the other.
Not these days. It's
Not
not.
these days.
Could be the black dog.
That's also depression.
And then red can be the same
All our
red.
diseases are depression.
The incurable disease of the love of life. Cancer.
Be nice.
We've
to
eradicated
cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's not contagious though. This does not.
Neither is
The
depression.
common, the common cold.
Can you make them all red?
Yeah, I think the cold is definitely a red
Sure.
disease.
Yeah. I like plague.
Plague.
The black plague to go with it.
Bubonic plague.
Nice and done.
Thanks. My messy handwriting all over the board. It's good. Your turn, Al.
Have you drawn cards
I have.
and infected everything?
I did not infect.
1, 2,
Sidoni.
3,
And then you can flip them on.
4, and you can take one from me. Is that possible? Or because I can't give 2 at once. I only give 1. But it is good that I have.
But if you give her Sydney, she can take Manila off you because you're in that city.
That's a good point. Good idea.
Paris doesn't get one, and one more. Liard doesn't get
Is
one.
that still from your go?
Yeah. It's the end of my turn now.
Okay, so I'm going to leave Jakarta as is.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2.
You can have Manila.
Thank you. 3, 4. Is that right? Thanks. Boom.
Draw some cards.
Do the do. Cool. And I'll do the things. Miami gets a yellow. Chennai doesn't get anything. Manila gets 1.
One more? Oh no.
That was it.
Okay. Alright, take Manila from me. If you would like to cure that. Thanks.
And then that's it. Great job, everybody. 2 wins.
Well done.
Oh, I do enjoy the research.
Yeah.
Relationship.
You get to scratch that.
Thank you.
And with the previous paragraph, Al, you get to tear that up.
Do it.
Oh, I'm so scared. I feel like it won't rip, you know, like in Hercules where they try to cut the hair and it won't cut. I feel like but it's not going to happen like that. Oh wait, maybe it will. Oh, that's very cathartic. I'm just going to... Yeah, that feels nice. Okay.
For any game played in March, after setup and before the first turn begins, add 1 quarantine marker anywhere on the board.
Cool.
Because March is your next ability. You also have 2 new funding options.
But we get 0 funding options this next turn.
Yeah, hey, life.
We didn't even use our forecast.
We're just too good.
We had a really easy
Yeah.
run in that we
Yeah.
didn't draw any blue.
We eradicated 2 diseases, which I don't think I've ever done in a game before.
So do we get to...
So now you get to do your upgrades, and then that is it.
So we get 2 upgrades for the...
And are all of our characters on the
Because
table?
you
Well, if you
right,
get 2
or just-
upgrades, you can choose to take an upgrade for them, but it is part of the 2 upgrades that you're taking.
But we get the positive mutations as well, so
Yes.
we're going to put common structure on.
Which one's construct?
Common structures
On
you
both.
don't need, yeah, because you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, so 1's the first one.
On blue or black?
Both.
Yeah. Well, that'll be both your upgrades if you do that.
We don't want any,
Joel,
Joel, we
that'll
don't
be
want
both
any
your
other
upgrades
upgrades?
if you do that.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yep. Let's just pop this over. Let's not do anything hasty.
Sorry.
Sorry, what's
I
common
thought
structure?
that were a bonus.
So common
for-
structure for memories you
You
don't need
no
a
longer
research
need to be in
station.
a research
Oh, wow.
station to do the kill.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the powers up are generally speaking, don't need to be in a research station, 1 less card, doesn't take an action,
Yeah.
and there's another one. What's for?
When you treat, remove all the cubes of this colour from
Yes,
the city.
everyone becomes the medic, essentially, for one of them.
Oh wow.
That's it. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So we are going to do common structure.
Yeah. That's good.
But yeah, we choose which one. Which one's a little more black.
It doesn't.
Oh no, you can do it to both, but it will be
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
upgrades. Yeah.
How about, we've got a research station broken.
So we don't even have to think about research stations.
Do we want an unfunded event given that we won't have any funded events?
Might be
Yeah.
a good
No.
idea.
Oh no, this means it goes onto a card.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So,
But they don't go to your funding limit. You can have as many.
I don't know. I don't find the funded events that.
What have we got? So
It
it's
helps with
experiment, remove one disease cube anyone on the board. Training data, look at as many infection cards as the current infection rate, do not change the order, so it's like the event forecast, but only 2 or 3 cards.
There is also a character upgrade. Is essentially the forecaster at the start of their turn. They look at the top 2 cards.
That might be a better one than a
That's
funded
really-
event.
And is that an action?
No, that's just at the start of their turn. They look at the top 2.
can't
Can't reorder or anything, but you know what's coming.
Yeah.
So.
or the pilot?
Yeah, that was pretty good. Although, not.
We didn't do a lot of. We got pretty good cards this game.
Yeah, that was a good draw.
Do you think we should base it?
Yeah.
No, all the other games are going to be just like this. Don't worry about having any upgrades.
Lies.
It's all fine.
But I think at least one of them should be common structure because
Yeah.
they'll just make it
So
so
we give
easy.
the sticker back?
Yeah. Which
So
one? It
blue or
doesn't
black?
matter. Which one's the more dangerous?
Blue because we smashed it.
Like a lucky disease.
Sure. And we want to cure depression before we cure the plague.
I think so.
Happy people don't get plague.
Make better choices.
The other thing you can do is what's the second one?
We can get efficient to sequence, so then we could add another one to
2 blue, and you could add the second one on there. So
So you don't need to spend an action.
to find the cure, it's just as soon as you got the cards done.
Yeah. And you don't need to be at a research station. You don't need to spend an action.
Yeah. So, what was pilot again?
Pilot, do not discard a card when taking direct flight. Show the card and return it to your hand.
I do like forecast.
Forecast is pretty good. Archive access, increase your hand limit by 1 card. Not bad for the scientist. And we still got Grizzled that we can put on somebody.
What's Grizzle? Grizzle has not been that much of an issue. Though,
Well, it would have been the first game. We were careful with the first game.
What's Grizzle?
You don't get a scar.
If you're
You
in
don't
a
get
city.
scars.
Oh, I think that needs to go on medic though. Oh, we've already got one on medic.
But Medic's got the local connection, so he doesn't actually have to go into cities.
Yeah. I mean, all of them are good. Which one's going to be the most helpful? That's pretty excellent.
Flexible.
We might not eradicate diseases as easily, so we
Yeah.
might use
Getting the common structures out there.
Yeah. Like, that is the hardest bit. Getting all 4 cards and getting to a research station is a pain in the ass.
So level 2 for the blue or level 1 for the black?
I don't mind. So for me, and we can each go around, for me, I would be looking at maybe 1 on each for that. Or the forecaster one.
I like using the positive mutation while we have the option.
Yeah, it's
We
nice.
don't guarantee
Because
that
we
we're
might not
allocating
get
every
it again.
game.
Yeah.
And do it on. I'm going to need to spend an action to spend an action.
That's pretty strong.
So what's the difference? So that one means that you
You don't have to get to research station.
Remember the other one, just as soon as you got the cards, it's done.
and you can keep the cards.
No,
No.
you ditch
But it
them
doesn't cost you an
inside.
It doesn't
action.
cost you
So
an
if your
action.
4th turn was getting the card you needed, it doesn't matter, it's still your turn.
You don't have to
You're
wait
done.
for the
Okay.
whole next round to cure the disease.
And so, but what was the research session? Isn't that the same thing? Maybe I don't understand the game. I've never cured anything. I've never done it before.
So, without any of these things, you got to get to the research station and spend an action. To
Ooh.
I'm happy with
Ooh.
either the upgrade of blue or
The same as black.
strengthening the black.
Because we might not, you're right, we might not. That makes it a lot more likely that we'll eradicate again.
Yeah.
I like the idea of spreading it better, but yeah. I was tempted just before you cured to say maybe we can try and eradicate red as well. But naturally we only get 2 upgrades, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't imagine.
No.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it not needing an additional action.
Okay.
Because that can
That's
mean
only
you go
blue.
around another turn and
Yeah.
people can start taking it out.
It's much of a muchness, isn't it?
Mhm.
Like they're
Yeah.
all positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will help.
So number 2 on blue.
We can try that.
So only we get
Because if we can eradicate again,
Then you can add more to it.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
and that makes it a lot more likely that we'll eradicate at least one disease.
so that's our 2 improvements.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
We've already done it. We're done.
I know.
Stuck to the board.
I'm now. So say in the next one we eradicate blue but not black. When we're choosing upgrades, can we only add to the blue?
That's right.
Oh. The upgrades just keep getting better though. So
Yeah. So you just start eradicating it even faster. And then you've got more time to do everything else.
Yeah,
It's all
but I
about
thought
curing.
I didn't know you could just add.
No, it's cool.
Yeah,
I thought it was
that's-
not so much.
I thought you did when you said blue or black because they were the only 2 you eradicated.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were your choices.
That's
so,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
but at the same time, like it
Oh, cool.
just
Yeah.
makes it easier to do everything. They're all blue.
And then the next round of shenanigans does not start until the next game is set up. So
Cool.
that's it. Nice
Thank
and
you,
Are
easy.
John.
you sure we can't do one more? It is pretty. I'm getting a bit addicted now. It's really problematic.
Right, let me reset everything. Give me a few minutes.
It's currently 3:50.
Yeah, we breezed through that one.